of a divorce. However, guess what? She hasn't gotten legal rights to.
Yeah, how was your day?
It's alright. I had a couple of meetings today. Business meetings. Went well though.
Oh,
Went well.
you tired? Your energy seems a little off.
I'm a little high. I get high when you get around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how high is that?
This type of it's got that effect on me, you know.
So you're trying to say I'm like a drug?
It's definitely something like that.
So he's telling her that her love and her passion feels like a drug. He's taken over. He's totally smitten. And she's in the state of Georgia where it's 50 degrees and she's wearing a raincoat or a long trench coat. And usually that means when a woman shows up to your place with a trench coat in USA, it simply means you're going to get lucky. So let's find out if she does get lucky.
You're saying that I'm what? Addictive?
Very addictive. See,
Okay.
beautiful night after night. Talk about I'm tired. You look like your energy is a little off though. What you got going on? How you feeling?
Oh, night's coming, and we took photographs, and it's nighttime now, and we're just roaming around Forza because we want to go to all the highlighted spots, and one of them is at the waterfall. But I'm also doing something that is called Country Wayne Skits, and it talks about families. It talks about best friends. It talks about enemies. It talks about how to communicate with each other. This character I'm going to talk about now is Amber and Dave. Amber and Dave, they met doing business. She is married in the midst of divorce, but has no legal right yet to date. In USA, you need legal permission from the courts to date. If not, it's considered cheating. And she's not waiting for the court's approval. She's just free and happy. So she has to deal with all the consequences that comes with that. So let's get back into it and
Actually, my energy is a little off.
Yeah, what's up?
whenever I drive a little or do a little game and a little story time, and you guys know I've always done story time, but I've always taught about the history of where I am. Like we're in Mexico. Mexico was colonized for 300 years. Mexico is self-sufficient. Mexico also has an awesome criminal a criminal mafia or whatever, or organization or syndicate or whatever, and they serve up the party people with cocaine all the way into Europe. Everybody wants Mexico's cocaine, and it's illegal, but they're killing the game. And in New York, they all want cocaine, and so. And across the world, everybody likes recreational drugs. They don't care if they kill you. Canada, they don't care. They have an issue as well. But we're in Mexico, not about their cartels or anything like that, but we're just looking at the beauty. We're at the waterfall. I wanted to go to the fire mountain. I wanted to go up to the snow mountain, all the way up the hill, and it's all the way in the mountains. And because the weather is changing now, it may not be snow, but we can go to the volcano. And I like the volcano too, because the idea is to get out without being swallowed up by the volcano, the burn-in fire. So I like the volcano also, and many other things. So let's get finished with this Dave story. And it takes exactly, I can only do it in 15 seconds, 1 minute. YouTube gives you 1 minute to tell the story. Okay, that's it. So, and then you make it into a short, and the people come in and they look at the shorts and they see a little bit of the game in. So you got a little shorts, and then you got a little game in, and that balance out the algorithm. Okay. Just like if you drive, but you stop and you say, "Hey, let's look at the technical aspect." Like yesterday, my wheel was so loose, and it was like X can tell you, it was like I was drunk, and I wasn't drunk. But Heavy said, "You might have taken something, Journey." So here we go. Let's go ahead and so I can just do this and be able to edit it and go forward. Okay. So here's Dave. Here she is. She's explaining. She's happy to come out of her marriage.
Anthony, he's spazzed out on me, yo.
What?
So she's saying her husband spazzed out on her, was very upset because they're not getting back together, and she filed for divorce. So she's explaining to her new paramour, her lover. Not quite sure if a man's called a paramour, but she's explaining to her new lover, her illicit lover, because she's not what? You're not even legally separated, ma'am. But here she is.
Like, going off, yelling, and I don't even understand him. He's so mad about this divorce, won't sign the papers.
And she's saying he won't sign the paper. She keeps saying, sign the paper. They've been married maybe less than 3 years, but in the United States, you get 50% of what was acquired during those times that you were married. Not what you had before, but what you had during the marriage. So she's saying, she has her own company as well. So she's saying, I would like 50% of what we acquired during the marriage. And he's like, no, I'll give you 25. So both their lawyers are trying to negotiate to come to a medium point. Okay. This show also has fancy cars. Fancy cars, fancy planes, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Fancy farms. We are in Georgia, so you'll see that too when I do Farm Simulator and review these skits. So here's a particular story I'm telling today. It's about two characters, a married woman and a sexy man. And this sexy man, because she's going through a divorce, she's made him her paramour. Not waiting to legally be told you can date now. She's not waiting. Okay. So she shows up at his home in a trench coat, looking very sexy and inviting. And of course, he's not resisting. So, what are we talking about here? Adultery. How adultery can be packaged so beautifully. And then disaster happens. So I'm going to get back into the story. Once again, reviewing the Country Wayne skits on YouTube. And they say Jesus is popping when it comes to the fruit of the Spirit. Because even if you do something negative like adultery, the thing is that it has consequences. Your actions have consequences. But you don't feel the consequences when you're in the motion. Because the motion says, I want to be there. I want to be there. And you go for it. Okay, remember when I taught you about lust. Lust doesn't play fair, and lust does not care. Okay, so she's locked into this lust now, and to the fantasy.
Sign the papers. He just doesn't want to come to grips that this is over, and it's been over for a long time, way before any.
Saying the marriage is over. I have to start the clip, stop the clip, because that's how YouTube says. We got to tell it in pieces.
This. So, he started getting upset. And he was so mad, he acted like he was going to hit me.
No, we're not going to do that.
She's playing damsel in distress. She says her husband was so angry with her, he was going to hit her. No history of any violence in the marriage. Oh, wait a minute now. She has hit him a couple times in the kitchen with towels or whatever. But in USA, hitting someone or striking someone is a big no-no. Okay, it's a felony. So we don't want to do that.
Too deep in my life for like something like that to you.
Oh, you're saying you got me.
Oh yeah, I ain't playing about you, baby girl. Nah, we're not gonna do that.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
I just I want it to be over.
divorce is a long process, but you know,
So she says, I want it to be over, the divorce. So he says, divorce is a long process. And oh, she is taking it in. Hmm. He's taking it in. She's in. Okay. All right. Let's go.
if he's a businessman like I am, you gotta realize when it's time to move on, and sometimes things just don't work. And this is one of those things. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So
I honestly tried my hardest
yeah.
to.
Did you see that? She decided to bring it closer in. She made that move and brought it closer in. Sometimes when you're married for a long, long time, intimacy becomes like drinking water. It becomes like regular sunshine every day, or every 4 days, or every 3 days. You get what I mean? It's on demand sometimes. And when you don't have it anymore, you crave it like crazy. Like, whoa, I'm kind of thirsty here. Not thirsty as in for water, but for passion, okay, and intimacy. And that's what she's going through now, just feeling very hungry,
Make
thirsty.
it work.
Not in a negative way.
Yeah, no.
We are here now.
Yeah, no.
I like this soup.
Yeah, I had to put it on in this meeting.
I love a man in a soup now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Can't really get about this